Yeah,
Great spray.
Knife round time. And this is also the penultimate match of today. I almost thought that the games today would never end. I thought it was my fate to be here in this chair for the rest of my life. But we do have just one more game after this, which will be Overgaming versus that. So if you are a fan of Overgaming, who've been doing phenomenally lately, they're really looking super solid, then stay tuned for that after this match. But first things first, Copenhagen Wolves and NaVi on Dust 2. This is going to be quite interesting. Both great Dust 2 teams.
Yeah, but StarX there got a 4K in the knife round. So.
Well, it's a knife round, so no one cares.
Wow. Anyway, he's gonna go T or CT. Dust 2 is one of those. They're gonna stay on T side. So NaVi starting on the terrorist side. They did unfortunately lose to Overgaming earlier on Season, one of their favorite maps. But yeah, coming into Dust 2, you'd probably expect NaVi to win this one pretty convincingly. But Copenhagen Wolves, they've put up a few good fights recently, and they're slowly getting to their peak. And maybe this could be one of those games where they just show off how good they actually are. NaVi starting off by leaving the bomb at spawn, going to go try and grab some picks to start things off.
Copenhagen Wolves aggressive on the short, already to pick off Edward. And previously we saw them on Overgaming on this map, and NaVi do sometimes play a very slow style with their T-halves as well. And Copenhagen Wolves showed they had the setups on CT to deal with that, as Guardian helps to lead the charge on short. Actually not incredibly convinced that they are committed here. Does look like they are making their way up now, though. Cajun B on the defense. And still just milling around, not really committing towards the site. And so far so good for Copenhagen Wolves. They are in a position just all set up on both sides, ready to receive the rush. Not moving at all, and this is what NaVi really want them to do. But here we go, Cajun B and Nico in with the first kills here, and already almost all the players eliminated, as there is Cajun B with the USP going for the jump shots. Ingo sees the round as the bomb does get planted, hopefully from Seas. Is he going to be able to plant? Not quite yet. Trying to get it down now, but can have players all over him. There it is, planted, and that is at least the money, as that was a really strong round.
Yeah, definitely so. Copenhagen Wolves, 4 members surviving, going to get the defuse, but at least NaVi got the plant down, so most likely see a close to full eco here from them, so they can buy up third round, get some good guns in there, AKs, maybe even an AWP, if Guardian plays this one well. No one's bought just yet. We're seeing 1 P250, 2 P250, smoke, flashbang. There we go. So it's going to be a P250 by no armor. Not committing heavily to this, just got a bit of added firepower. Nico with the scout buy. Going to miss these shots. Going to miss that one too, unfortunately. So NaVi still on 100% health. Not anymore as Seas gets tagged down. But NaVi can certainly get a few frags here, maybe even get the bomb down. So we'll see how this one plays out. If they get the bomb down, then they've got a really nice buy coming into the next one.
So they're going to be challenging Nico up close and personal now with the pistols. Nico does fall back into some better position, and the smoke does cover him, so he's going to be safe for now. And then comes Carrigan, so it's a very good cleanup here for Copenhagen Wolves, doing very well, as NaVi do finally funnel in that choke point. And we just see Guardian just falling back into dark, and the buy that comes next round is going to be where things get interesting. We're going to see Copenhagen Wolves sticking to these weapons. There is no reason really for Cajun B to, rather for Nico to buy up. And he wants an AWP, so he's just not going to anyways. No reason at all. And we're going to see the AKs coming out. So the advantage once again in the picking battles is for the AKs, for sure. And now we just have to see where they're going to take those AKs. They've got a lot of players towards B right now. They're going to just hit this like straight up and hard. Looks like that could be happening, but they are going to split off now down to the lower tunnels. And we do have an aggressive Cajun B here. Might just snuff it all out. Let's see.
Gonna have to fall back from that one away from short. As Glaive now preparing to defend from this NaVi attack, which is going to be a mid to B. They've smoked CT. There are 2 members on this B site. It's going to be Carrigan at the back here. He's trying to drop one player. He does drop Guardian. Glaive drops Edward as the T's come into this. Team kill in there as well. Zeus onto Seas. That's not going to be too good. But 2 versus 2. They need to recover the bomb. It is down on the B site, but it looks like Zeus wants to go for kills instead, which probably isn't the best idea. He's left it a little bit too late now to try and actually get this bomb down. It's most likely going to be met here in tunnels. Flashbang going to go out. Really nice peek from him. Doesn't know he got it because he was so white. But now he plays the mind games. 40 seconds left. Does he try and fake out the A, or does he actually commit to it? And it looks like he's going to commit to it.
So Nico just has to go for the gamble now. Well, he can go to middle and just basically sit there. That's definitely very viable for him. But it looks like he's going to go on the gamble for B. And 15 seconds left, so he's going to be able to get this down. Just needs about 4 seconds to get the bomb planted. And I like Zeus did the smart thing, trying to find the one-on-ones before really just committing to a plant on the B bomb site. This is obviously, as we can see now that it's resulted, or come to a conclusion, it was definitely the smarter play, as he did find that one-on-one. Gives him a strong chance to win the round after taking that frag. And now Nico has to come in from below. Going to get the frag instantly onto Zeus. Zeus was a little bit low after that previous fight, but he got the frag on the previous guy, and he did get the bomb down. So, I mean, definitely big props to Zeus. Very smart play.
And they should have enough money to... Well, it's up and down. Zeus after that is on 4.1k. They're going to force it up here. AKs, no head armor on a few of them. And then 2 Galils coming in as well. Not many grenades, so forcing it up here, trying to exploit a weakness. But we're seeing Carrigan going for this auto sniper. That's going to be towards this B site, I believe. Edward quickly in Stark, along with 3 of his other teammates.
They're throwing decoys all over the place, which is quite novel. And we do see he's very close to the doors, perhaps trying to get pop flashed out here. Going to get taken down by Nico. And should see more frags coming in from Nico. Does get the second one as well. Edward there, right there, to try to get himself through. But they decide that, nope, got to fall back. It is time to cut our losses and not overextend. Already losing 2 players. But what do they go to now after giving away 2 for free towards Nico? We do have Cajun B at the back by Graffiti. And their options are just to go for it, basically. Just to get the frags, to go for it and see what they can create.
Well, they know they're not going to come across any snipers on this site, but they're going to come across a Cajun B, who will get a headshot onto Starks. He's going to get a second one here, as it was Pimp in the middle of those. Drop Guardian. So clean round there coming in from Copenhagen Wolves. 4-0 now. NaVi having to eco this one. Most likely going to be 5-0, and a really surprising strong start from Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that's scary about this is that they are doing the very difficult thing that requires the great plays, but also the luck in the right places to get that economy going really fast. And it's already looking pretty good. They start to get the really expensive buys already. In the 5th round, the Scars coming out. Pimp going to get a push there, and this should be a clean round for them to take. Where they can build that money even more, build that cushion. And off the back of that cushion, they might start doing things like lower dark takes. Wow, what was that? StarX does take down Nico, and that was quite surprising to say the least, as they try to actually push themselves up short a little bit. And that weapon is well and truly unretrievable, so not going to even think about that. As we see Carrigan able to just lock it down by himself. He doesn't need help here with this auto sniper. Glaive could very well go back to A. But this is what Copenhagen Wolves do, though. They just leave their players on the sites, and they rotate very, very late. And already Cajun B taking down one. You see why they're so confident in just doing late rotations, because players like Pimp and Cajun B get the frags. That's what they do. They get it done. And going to see Copenhagen Wolves going up 5-0 and improving that money even more. But the AWP is going to come onto Guardian, so scary times.
Yeah, this Asimov on Guardian. He's got a nice spawn to get a quick pick in mid here. He's going to use the wall to his advantage. He's going to miss both shots, but he knows 2 crossed. And he can say that to his team. It's what Copenhagen Wolves have done mostly every round, with Nico kind of playing from the CT area, but this time he's pushed long instead, I believe. So Cajun B tends to go aggressive on short every now and then. He did so then, not fully, but enough to throw a grenade, send a little bit of a warning to NaVi. As Edward looking like NaVi want to set up this A split from long and from short. But a few players do stand in their way. Cajun B on short. Nico playing from sight with this AWP is going to be interesting. And then Pimp, I believe, is playing from long.
Agent B going to go straight up there behind the flashes. Going to have to throw a flash to keep himself safe here. They're going to go for the peaks. Easy frag there for Seized, as now things look troublesome here for Copenhagen Wolves. But they do have the AWP on the site. It is Nico as he sets himself up for the shots. Misses the first one. Smoke does go down. Life definitely awkward for NaVi trying to get on the site, but they are coming in from long, and now they have to look in two places at once. Edward with the spray down. There's the second burst onto Nico, and Seas takes down Pimp as well, and Carrigan is sitting here with his Scar, and he has to do a lot of work, and he's going to just, oh no, he's going to run into two players close range, not even wielding his weapon. And now that is a very expensive round for Copenhagen Wolves to actually lose in that manner. And you have to admire the tenacity of NaVi not to give up on the A play after smoke, and just slowly getting long and hitting the timing on the rush perfectly.
And we are seeing Carrigan buy up this Scar again. He seems to really enjoy using this gun, especially on the B defense. Where we saw it when they played Overgaming, that you can drop him quickly. If you take the AWP towards B, get the quick peek, get the spawn for it, and you can pick, much like Guardian did there, Nico, you can pick Carrigan and drop that auto sniper. And NaVi have the man advantage. Split up a bit. StarX waiting for Copenhagen Wolves to get impatient, but it is Carrigan on that site, so he has no reason to take things up to close quarters. Get personal, he's happy to play from range, so StarX going to have to rotate away from that one.
Pimp does want to get some info, gets pop flashed here, free frag onto Edward. Perfectly done by the Wolves. As here comes the rush. KGB taking the first frag. Oh, he gets the second as well, and in goes the nade. KGB doing a wonderful job so far on the A bomb site. Starks and Guardian going to be backing off towards middle. It's going to be Carrigan now with the angle, with the Scar. Going to drop down into the site though and relinquish that angle momentarily. But here goes Pimp in CT spawn. He himself will get the angle into Guardian. Guardian misses the shot, goes down to Pimp. 4 bullets left, and Pimp will go for the quick reload there. Goes for the re-peek here onto Starks. Just trying to get him to peek out now as Carrigan surely is going to be moving on to the angle, but doesn't even need any help. Pimp going to take both frags, and we get ourselves 6-1 now as NaVi. Still have enough money in the bank, in the coffers to get the buy going, but still, it's not looking so good now as they have to expend all that money.
Big buy coming out of NaVi, getting as much as they can. Doubt they'll even be able to buy next round if they were to lose this one, but a great start there. Guardian, the quick peek down mid, drops Nico. And that's just what NaVi needed to start things off. Pimp though, first time we've seen him go aggressive. He heard Edward, so just pre-fired him there. Gets the frag. Numbers are back even, but Glaive now using this AWP will get dropped by Guardian. And it looks like they're going to go for an A play here, NaVi. Pimp having to fall back to site. Cajun B going to be in a awkward angle to try and retake from.
So they might go for the B split now, and oh, Carrigan's out of position. They could catch him here. Ooh, barely not catching him in time. They do get flashed. I think they can thank Cajun B for that one, saving Carrigan's life with the flash, but looks like it was fated to be. Does go down Carrigan and Cajun B. Pimp all alone on short. And there's not a lot for him to accomplish now other than to just sit down here over by shot and save this weapon, maybe pick up some exits. They go hunting for him. But NaVi earn themselves round number 2 on the board. But otherwise, it has been looking very difficult for them. Copenhagen was so good at finding themselves the refrags. Every single time that NaVi looked like they're about to get ahead, boom, refrag, moments later, and things get squared up.
And Copenhagen Wolves, we've said it before, they tend to give up mid-control pretty easily. They're happy to just let Cajun B play from CT. Even if he gets smoked off, he's then got crossfire with Carrigan. And it becomes pretty easy for Copenhagen Wolves to fall back onto that plan. That time Nico got picked early, so it kind of exposed the weakness. And Carrigan was all alone on the B site, which is why the B split came in. And the Wolves, they're forced onto an eco, surprisingly, even after winning all of these rounds. They're going to be giving away a few kills here to NaVi, most likely the round as well. But there's going to be a 3-man B stack with Nico aggressive down long.
They're actually going to work their way in. They do have Starks there, ready to receive them. Starks going to be in surely with the first frag. Oh, almost helping StarX die there. Bit of euthanasia there. We do have Glaive going in for the peaks. And in the meantime, Pimp has ninja'd his way through to T-spawn. Do they know that he is there, though? Looks like they may not know he's there. They're not really looking, not to that angle. Oh, actually, there is Zeus there. And Guardian is also jumping around. Oh, this is so good from Pimp. He's going to just execute Guardian with that AWP. Bomb down lower dark. Copenhagen Wolves are definitely scrapping something together here. But that AK drop in T-spawn is unreachable, really. So NaVi still with an advantage, a significant one, not to be understated, as we do have Edward taking down Nico as well. But in comes Glaive. He's going to hear all the stepping towards middle, and perhaps he's going to call this short push to Cage and B.
He's been trying to get some shots off here. Has to reload before he does anything successful. Peeks his head up, gets nailed by Zeus, and there we go. Glaive is able to pick up one before he falls. But Seized does come out with the kill. NaVi, even though they were up against Nico, they suffered 2 casualties there, so they've had to rebuy. We're seeing the AWP rebuy more importantly there on Guardian. I'm not 100% sure if they were able to salvage it or not. But 3-round difference now. Copenhagen Wolves having to eco one more. We're seeing Pimp with the Mag 7 because of course he didn't have to buy last round, so he had a bit of extra cash this time round. And yeah, he's just on a little bit less than the rest of his team.
And there he is. Great angle here for him. Behind the barrel. And NaVi wait very patiently for a push. They know that the money is bad for Copenhagen Wolves. And they're expecting the push. And here it comes. Starks to deliver a first kill onto Carrigan. And it's like Glaive is still trying to challenge for that CZ. Is he going to get this one? He knows he's there. In comes the peek from Starks. He will get the frag as they explode out of mid. And we see that Nico is going to spot this through the smoke. And there's not much they can do about this. And Edward's going to take down Pimp from long. So that mag goes to waste. And yeah, there's just nothing for them to really do in this round. It was just wonderfully executed by NaVi. Oh, hello! Cajun B with a good Deagle shot there into StarX. At the very least. Didn't feel good about that.
Nico tried picking up the Mag 7 to try and do damage, but Edward, too smart for that one, gets the headshot, and NaVi close out the round and close the gap. Now this is where it becomes tough for them. They're going up against guns again. Nico and Carrigan going for this AWP and Scar. That's why they wanted to go for that extra eco round, so they could get these big guns in, have a bit more firepower on their side, and actually contest these sites. Guardian, he has a
timing.
Great spawn for this long peak, but the problem is there's going to be 2 players there. One's already jumped.
Oh!
And Nico got there first.
He had like the best possible spawn as well. There was a really good spawn for Nico also for that, which is why he was there.
Yeah.
And interesting though, Guardian a little bit tiniest bit slower on the reactions. And Copenhagen Wolves keeping a great stead here. B-split's a very strong option. Now that they saw 2 players on long, it's going to be very far rotation for them. So I like this thinking from them to just try to get up middle and in for the B-split. Do have 2 players on the site. We've seen how good Copenhagen Wolves are. We're just 2 players on B, just holding it from within the site. They've done this effectively in many of the rounds against Overgaming earlier tonight. There goes the Molotov through the window. A player smoked off. Big rotation time for them. NaVi have to get on top of the site very quickly. You can see Glaive holding on right now. Carrigan in the back of the site with the Scar. They're still just in middle right now. And we're seeing the rotation coming in from Pimp all the way in the back. And in they go. Edward and C's picking up 2 kills. There it is. Zeus getting a really fast one into Carrigan. But in comes Pimp from the back. And he's going to go down as well. And NaVi with a very effective round. Unfortunately for Copenhagen Wolves, they're not even going to be able to buy now. And I was surprised how well NaVi did, considering how slow they were up mid.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time there in the mid area. You'd have thought the Copenhagen Wolves would have been able to rotate a little bit quicker there. Yes, mid was smoked off, but they had a few flashbangs, a few grenades to utilize and try and stop NaVi's push, pick a few frags up in between them, getting out of mid and into the B site, but it didn't work out like that. And now Copenhagen Wolves, they're only 1 round behind, most likely going to be tied up here as they're on another eco round. And NaVi, they seem to have understood what they're doing wrong and have fixed it quite rapidly. StarX, he plays this position a lot on T side. Just going to happily sit there, patiently waiting, see if anyone goes aggressive. And now they're setting up for the B push. 2 players on the site. Glaive at the back. Carrigan up close with the 5-7. Gets one. Glaive now 8 HP, just firing P250 shots in. Pimp gets one as well. But 2 frags do come back in the favor of NaVi. Cajun B sitting here with the CZ. Going to get taken down. There's 1 player window. I believe that is Nico. Pimp now going to come towards door, but gets smoked out.
Easy pickings. And there it is, 3 frags. Oh, sorry, 3 players remaining for NaVi in that round. Their bank is looking quite insurmountable at this point. Copenhagen Wolves looking at a 6-6 scoreline. A round in which, if they lose, they have to eco the following round, and then they're on the last round of this half. And so NaVi definitely with the advantage from this tied position. But we'll have to see if Copenhagen Wolves can fight back. And there it is from Nico. Does get a frag onto Edward, and that's going to be a great way to start off the round. Winning long, allowing, they can actually maybe even try to actually push long if they get some more information about where some of the players are. They could actually try to get a rifler to push that position to get round for the flank. But they've shown us so far that they don't really enjoy that all that much. They tend to focus on just holding positions.
StarX now in a flashbang battle in mid. Gonna still be at the top of there, but Nico has fallen back around towards the site. Actually, it was Cajun B, sorry. Towards CT. As the bomb gets picked up by Zeus, it looks like they want to commit to this short play. StarX, though, still at the top mid. He's still worried that there's someone there ready and waiting, scoped in on him, but there isn't. As now Zeus gonna look around. There is a player over towards Car who could end up fragging and being a dangerous person here, but Guardian says no to Nico. You're not going to get any frags. Drops him, and now 3 members left. 1 on long, 2 coming from CT. Sees, stopping the rotation from CT. Now realizes there is another one. And falls back. The bomb goes down now for Zeus. And Carrigan saving this AWP, and Pimp saving this M4 too, unless he's going to do anything from long.
Massive peek there from Guardian. Really big stuff there onto Nico. Instantaneously ending his life just with that peek. And just pulling the trigger straight away, finding the head of Nico over at the car. That AWP at car is often so deadly. So we see Guardian just cleaning up the remaining players. And them losing Nico so quickly is it's just unimaginably like helpful to their rush. You can see that they had like almost no losses after that. And NaVi in a fantastic position where, of course, we see now that Copenhagen Wolves do have money to buy with. It's going to be a terrible buy, but it will be a buy. But NaVi in full control here of how things have been going, and they've been playing their slow style, and it's been working mostly here. And Carrigan actually going to get close into dark. They had no one in middle. Interestingly, Guardian going for a timing elsewhere with his AWP, and Carrigan's in. Oh, the mag! Oh, they spotted him in there, and StarX will take him down. No mag fun for us. As Glaive is locking down B by himself with that AWP, and Copenhagen Wolves go down a man.
Yeah, you could even say that that wasn't exactly magnificent from Carrigan. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, it was disgusting.
I'm sorry, yeah. I'm trying to weave a few in here and there. They tend to make you cringe in particular, but hey-ho, I'm sorry. Eco rounds aren't the best, and I try and make them a little bit better, but Glaive there with the AWP, he's trying to make them the best as well here for Copenhagen Wolves, as he does miss a second shot here. P250 in dark, going to get taken down by Edward, so that is the AWP loss. NaVi can pick this up if they want to go for this double AWP setup on the last round. Bomb's going to go down, but Pimp does get in there, gets taken down, as does Cajun B. 8-6 now. NaVi went 5-0 down. You really didn't think they'd be winning this half and potentially taking 9 rounds.
Oh, the 4 AWPs suspending that bank, get those picks early in the round and switch back to the AKs. That's the plan. Let's see if they can do this. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom.
It's like an auto sniper, but
yeah, 4 AWPs.
bolt action.
Pretty good. Okay, so they didn't get anything exactly, which is a shame, but for them. But the Scar and the AWP do come in for Copenhagen Wolves once again, so they at least get to go out with a bang themselves.
Glaive going to pick up 2 kills there with Carrigan helping. Maybe if they had StarX pick up the AWP as well, they might have got something. It was StarX who didn't want to join in the fun, apparently. He was just Like, guys, I'm just going to stick with my AK.
Maybe it's too poor. Ever think about that?
Zeus could have dropped one.
Oh, that's true. Maybe, ever think that Zeus is just not generous enough for that?
I believe Edward could have dropped one as well.
I will use the same.
Yeah,
same
same excuse. Anyway, 5v3. Wolves looking to claw something back here. Edward does get a headshot. There is one more player on that A site, however, with one going down long. 3 versus 4. They could definitely exploit a weakness in a site. Looks like they're trying to set up this mid to B, but with very few smokes. They're going to use
now.
one flashbang. And yeah, it has been spotted. Carrigan at the back of this site, ready and waiting. Zeus, though, needs to get a pick. Carrigan very low. There we go. That's Carrigan down. And followed by Zeus. As Glade tries to hold on to this. Gets 2 headshots there. 8-7 NaVi winning the first half. The start they had, you really didn't expect it, but this game can now go either way.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting to see how things go from the pistol round. I mean, Copenhagen Wolves got that super dangerous early CT economy. I think they had like a scar on like round 4 or something stupid like that. At least by round 5. So they were running some pretty heavy setups really early on, making the life for NaVi even harder. I mean, that's when things start to get really tough, when those setups are abused properly. And Copenhagen Wolves are a team that can do that, and I'll have to see if NaVi are able to get into such a fortunate or fortuitous position as were their opposition on the first half on the CT side. But so far, nothing really has occurred. We just get the simple map control plays, just either team getting some information early on in the rounds. And Guardian is the man here on mid. And it's all about what Copenhagen Wolves decide right now from the little peaks that they have made, from what information they've gathered. What is the best play? And perhaps they're just going to peek, get a frag, and then boom, they're going to react on that. Could be here on short that happens.
Glaive not able to find anything there. In fact, he has tagged up, whilst Zeus was able to fall back from that one. And the Wolves, they've also fallen back from this short area, but they're going to retry this. Guardian surely being able to spot a few in mid. When the Wolves do push up into the short, you'll see Cajun B most likely come out of long, try and pick StarX here, but StarX in a great position to try and stop that. Not very much showing. The flashbangs do go out, and they should be able to get the bomb down. It does get planted for short. Pimp now catching out on rotation. Is he going to find anything? He gets one, gets taken down. Edward coming in with that one. But 4 versus 3 now. NaVi retaking this. 4 versus 2. Glaive and Nico both on short. Glaive down 7 HP. Gets taken down. And now it's all on Nico. Zeus there. 3 kills for him. 2 on Edward. And StarX with the defuse in the meantime. NaVi taking this pistol round. 9-7 now.
Alright, so things starting off good for NaVi. Perhaps they will be able to find themselves in the similar position of Copenhagen Wolves. Although, they did get the bomb down, so they are only going to have to eco once before their buy comes in, which is always a bit tricky for NaVi. The way that Copenhagen Wolves were able to arrive in that economic superiority, or rather economically superior position, was by winning the rounds with the lesser buy and then picking up the AKs when the fourth round the third round buy did come in. So we'll have to see now if this is going to go the same way for NaVi. It is very difficult to actually manage to do that, and a lot of it comes down to individual performance, as the teams will always find the picks some way or another. They will find the picks on this map.
They won't find any just yet. Zeus says no to 2, no to 3 players of Copenhagen Wolves. And StarX looking for the 4th here. He will find it, and now it's just Carrigan left.
StarX is like, where's mine at? Where are my frags at?
Zeus there with the 4K. Great hold from him. 10-7. Copenhagen Wolves, can buy up here. They did get the bomb down, but we've seen that they prefer to go for a more expensive buy round, but they're going to go for this buy with Nico going for the scout against armored up targets. Certainly an interesting one here. He does get a full set of grenades, however. StarX now with the early peek.
I actually like this, because an extra AK or Glil won't provide the kind of utility that a scout can. So it's nice to have a bit of added utility. So especially, Nico is a great sniper.
But this mid to B coming in for the Wolves. Smoked out of doors, however. Window is open as Carrigan gets dropped. as he falls to the floor. Edward on 2 now, not going to be able to get a third as Pimp finishes him off. Cajun B going to catch the rotation out, or is he? Not able to find any frags yet as Zeus is able to pick off that one. Now it's just Pimp left all alone, try and defend 1 versus 3. Zeus going to come in, would have heard him, does drop him there. And now the 2 CTs, they need to wait till they're in at the same time. Guardian ready and waiting, and there we go. Pimp can only look in one place, and when you come from both window and dark, StarX is going to find easy headshots like that.
We can see the angle like right there. I mean, it's very unlucky for Pimp to actually just be on that angle just at the moment the StarX appeared. If he found the one-on-one, that could have gone Pimp's way for sure. So I see another round here for NaVi, and of course they are looking fantastic on the money. So this is where things start to get particularly scary. Now Copenhagen Wolves, they need to make some frags. They absolutely need to make like at least 3 frags here. That would be fantastic for them. 2 is definitely acceptable, but anything less than that, they're going to feel a bit bad with their position. StarX with an early challenge there, down to 21 points of health, and we do have them just charging in, but the spray down through the smoke surely is going to be enough. There's one more player in the pit playing hide and seek with Zeus, or whack-a-mole even, probably more apt comparison, as Zeus now goes back up with his pistol just to clean up, get some more frags on the board. And you can see him racking them up right now.
You said the Wolves needed a few picks here and there. They managed to drop Edward and StarX, so they're forced rebuys. You can see that the economy did get dented a bit. Edward there, 1.1k, and Zeus looking the best on 3.1k. Nico now has this AWP, hasn't been able to find anything. He's seen at least 1 member cross. I'm not sure if he saw the second. Get boosted up now. Interesting boost. He does pick off Guardian. Starts the upper down, and Glaive coming in as well with a headshot onto Zeus. This round's going in the favour of the Wolves. They've still got a pretty big gap to close. 5 rounds behind. Now StarX just going to go hunting, seeing if he can find anything in mid. Nothing yet. The bomb makes its way down long.
I was going to say, Zeus has actually been, even though he's dead right now, he's actually been playing really well today.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of really good stuff from him. Really important rounds won, like in clutch situations. But this is a pretty clutch situation for NaVi. If they can keep their economy going, it's going to have to require this round to be won. And they got 3 players to the 4 AKs who are moving slowly up long. So we've got Edward in here. He's got to make a lot of kills. Here he goes. Kill number 1. Can he get anything else? There's 3 more players down his barrels right now. Switches to the pistol, takes down 2. Glaive incredibly weak right now. We've got C's coming up from CT spawn. StarX from short, and Pimp actually dies
to his own Molotov.
There. So he self-kills for the Molotov, and Glaive on 1 HP dies to the fire as well. Oh my god! It was 3 versus 4. Yeah. All the AKs up long. That I don't even know.
I don't think I've ever seen someone killed by their own Molotov before.
I just don't have
it's
words.
It's a weird, yeah.
Ineffable, really.
And now, seeing the force buy out of Wolves. Pimp only with P250. Nico falling back onto that scout. Not looking good for them. As NaVi still have a very strong buy. Guardian still with this AWP. Gonna see a sniper battle, but not one we usually see. Ooh. As Guardian gets tagged up. So one more shot onto him, and he's a goner. Trying to find a frag. Not able to see anything though.
I like that. That was really great scouting there from Nico to find that tag. And we do have Edward on a pretty good angle here for short to just spot and get some info here. Of course, the T's from short can do anything. Juice going to come on the angle. There is Carrigan, and he's going to fall back down. Guardian's still pretty weak here. Edward does get the frag onto Nico as he does peek out to perhaps try and find where Guardian had gone. And looks like they are on top of things, are these guys from NaVi. They're systematically removing player by player, and Copenhagen also forced to make something happen now. They move their way up mid. In comes Edward from the double doors, but the crossfire through the smoke could just be real right now for NaVi. Edward with a quick frag onto Cajun B. Goes unreturned, and there's 5 still left standing here for NaVi. Copenhagen Wolves, Carrigan with the 1 shot onto Zeus. Flicking around, but it's all too late and too little. As NaVi go 14-7. How did we get here?
Copenhagen Wolves having a weak T-side. Simple as that. They haven't really been able to do anything. Their buys have been much like this one. Very mixed. They're on 3.5k. They want to try and stop the match point. And we're seeing a scout again. Glaive with the CZ. He's just not powerful. Guardian ready and waiting because he's expecting this buy from Nico. Or a peek in mid, but nothing being found. He's going to play that one patiently. The bomb gets picked up, and it's going to run all the way down mid. And most likely go towards short, I assume, in the end. And this is the position we really like to see. Zeus here. There we go, he can get one. He could have fallen back if he didn't get it, but he managed to pick it up. Make sure he's safe. And Wolves down a man yet again. It's the same old story here.
And they come, though. They could very well do this as Guardian to deal with, though. There's frag number 1. Guardian looking for number 2. And to jump back onto his POV now. But they, after spotting Guardian there, they're just like, nah, I think we can probably find some better odds on another site, perhaps, as Guardian roams. It's not called Guardian for nothing, as Nico may just go for the challenge with the scout. Obviously, he has the advantage of being able to jump in these spots, and in those areas, it can be very useful. Let's see what he's able to find. Guardian has, in the meantime, we can see falling right back. So there's no real way to know, 1, where he is, and 2, find a pick on him easily. And so that's very good play from Guardian. He's seen going through mid now. Guardian's actually going to spot one just there, get scouted by Nico. Ooh, looks like Zeus is on point there. They're just running into the players of Copenhagen Wolves. And there is still a player on the site. It's Edward. Wow, it does go down straight away. And Guardian and Zeus are really low. This is very doable here for Copenhagen Wolves.
Definitely so. They do have the armor as well. And there we go. Zeus does get taken down. And Guardian going into this site with an AWP is never ideal. The fact that StarX has been able to get this far, is he going to do it? Yes, he will.
Oh my God, StarX, that was so smart. That was incredibly smart. Okay, so in that position, you're always going to have a guy on that box.
Yeah.
And he pretty much has to be looking at dark. And just the fact that he was so convinced of that, he just knew that. He just knew that there's 2 guys left. One of us can be coming from dark. They have to have a player watching it. They just can't not. And that's the best position to easily deal with a guy pushing from door or window as well. And so he just knew. He just knew he was safe. It was just, it's beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Love it.
We see Cajun B picking up the AWP for this last round instead of Nico or Glaive.
Oh, that Molotov.
That Molotov indeed. Easy, easy frags coming in for NaVi. As there we go. 16-7 is the final score in favor of the favoured